Hello everybody, welcome back to the next part of Scratch's Director's Cut. Go back to us being in our room and our character Michael Arthate telling us that it's time to do some work. Okay, put a piece of paper in. A little hard to read. I'm hoping it'll let me actually read it here. Yeah. Okay. Oh my God. Suddenly she stopped and stood there, paralyzed, hesitating to give any credits to what her eyes were seeing. Any credit. And completely unaware of the potentially dangerous situation. Surprisingly, there wasn't anything unusual or strange about the event. Little Kathy was hastily crossing the living room towards a huge oak door, her fancy black dress fluttering at every footstep. As the girl reached the doorknob, she turned and looked back at Marian and urged her with a whisper to hurry up. But Marian wasn't seeing Kathy. Her memories haunted her back and displaced reality, giving room to the nightmarish vision she had spent months trying to forget ever since her first visit to the old house. In her dream, she saw the little girl, also wearing a black dress, emerging from a passageway hidden in the room. She'd never actually managed to glimpse where the passage was, only saw the girl running towards her. Her small face contorted in a horrible grimace. Marian quickly realized it was a twisted version of the Kathy she would know later. It's a typo, I think. As if her figure was then distorted by a veil of smoke. Her exact movements through the room, reaching for the knob, facing her back. Those were too many coincidences to ignore. It wasn't a nightmare that she experienced that day, nor a ghost, something she refused to believe in, but it was now willing to blindly embrace as the truth. Given the shocking vividness of the vision, a ghost would come from the past. What she'd seen came from the blank blank. Her thoughts were interrupted as a figure behind her cast a shadow across the doorstep. "You filthy liar, you have betrayed me," groaned a deep voice. Okay. The discoveries I had made in the house were too exciting to stop now. I thought that maybe I could investigate further today and return to work tomorrow. Okay. That's all he's going to do is a page. So you definitely don't want to sleep. Nope. Could look at a diary. A hidden door to... Okay. There really was a door behind the exhibit in the gallery. I probably subconsciously noticed the frame yesterday and then dreamt about it. I can't think of any other reasonable explanation. The hidden door in the gallery led to a small storeroom. There was a strange mask inside and more mementos belonging to James Blackwood. The developments of this story is really getting into me now. I can almost feel his suffering, and that mask seems to be the key to the mystery. I just wrote a few words for my new book, but I am so far from satisfied. It sounds too much like cheap writing. What's worse, I realized that all the time while I was working, I was in reality thinking about the Blackwood mystery. There's no point to it. I just can't do it. I can't write, at least not yet. Or at least not until I solve the mystery of the Blackwood Manor. If it'll stop raining, we can go outside. So there's nothing I would say to do in the African room right now. Nothing in the room, master bedroom with the safe. That's a bathroom. Back downstairs. Can do another little pass up here. I don't even think there was anything else to look at up here. I'll see if he wants to look at any other newspapers up here in the attic. I looked for any Orthval news. Okay, I get some options here. Orthval news in the editions of May 1963. I checked if there was anything of interest back in August 1961. This was when James Blackwell's mystery son was born. So let's check that. Okay. I don't think I read this. I think this is different. Yeah, let me read it. Okay, the journal. Sad news hits our beloved town today following an announcement that was received with rejoicing amongst many that one of the most illustrious members of the community, Mr. James Blackwood, was having a child soon. We now have to relate a macabre turn of events. The son that was being lovingly awaited by the Blackwood family died shortly after the delivery due to a strange ailment. Understandably, the information disclosed about this happening was succinct. It appears that Miss Catherine Blackwood was already suffering from pains in her stomach, probably an indication that there was something not healthy about her pregnancy. Dr. Christopher Milton, that's who Christopher is, the doctor for the family, basically, who attended the birth, assured us that he made every possible effort to ensure a safe delivery, but with bowed head he said that the boy was already doomed ever since his conception. The cause of death has not been stated, but those few close to the Blackwood family have said there were serious complications during the delivery. Hoping to relieve that somber news, Miss Blackwood was thankfully found to be out of danger. Her husband did not wish to comment about the event. A successful ruse. Keegan, while driving his motor car, was held up by 8 armed and masked men, the leader of something. A meeting of the... Yeah, we can only look at the first page. So this proves he had a kid. I mean, we've got the birth certificate down there. My age disappointment quickly gave way to an empty void feeling. Something wasn't right here. I began wondering if James Blackwood was somehow involved with the death of his son. Maybe. Can we look at the other thing? Yeah, 1963. Terrible news shocks the community of Rothbury. Mr. James Blackwood, distinguished resident of this town and a widely acknowledged construction engineer, was accused of murder yesterday by Miss Eva Marina. We already read this. Yeah, we already read this. I'm not going to read it again, because I've already read it. The other thing was a new one, because we have recently discovered the birth year of their kid. I still don't think there's anything useful in here. I've looked at all of this too. Nope. Right. See, this is a gramophone, everybody. I'll show you it from this angle too, over here. See a little better. See the little stalk. Play the record on it. That's the little symbol of, well, it's a replica of a symbol of what I have on my banner for my YouTube channel. The Penumbra game, Penumbra Overture, that we've played already on this channel, it didn't have a gramophone in it, surprisingly. But this game sure does, so that makes it a winner. That was the painting room. This leads back to where the kids' room is. think there's anything else to see in there yet. This is where the birth certificate was. That's where we got the birth year, 1961. There's something here to do with these blocks, but I don't remember what it is. Because I cannot manipulate these. Oops. Just checking inventory. Can't touch them. Probably need to find out something more or get more blocks elsewhere. Just climb back up. And see if we can call Jerry or something. Probably going to have to go to sleep to make the rain stop, but he'll have to be willing to do it. Let's see. Nothing this way. This is a bathroom. Let's go this way. We still have the lantern. Yeah, we took it with us. That's the kitchen. Let's go try to call somebody. Didn't get anything really new. What is this? Silver key. I'm forgetting where we got this from. I don't think we've used it yet. Where did we get that key? See if that'll open this drawer over here. The key didn't fit. Okay. What else is locked in the house? I don't think anything really. There's definitely locked stuff outside. But we're not going to be able to go outside until it quits raining. Fireplace has a generous amount of wood in it, and I was relieved to know that I could warm up the place. Well, why don't you warm it up? The idea was nice, but it wasn't that cold really, and I preferred to save the few matches I had. Okay. Impressive fireplace, and surprisingly clean too, although it hadn't been used in a while, long time. Yeah, nothing to do on the piano. Let me check this other fireplace real quick. Make a quick save. Stone in the fireplace was cold to the touch. There's 2 here and 1 in my room upstairs. 3 total. Yeah, he doesn't want to play in the garden, right? What time is it? 5 p.m. Jerry, Barbara. Oh yeah, I took a screenshot of a phone number. He's calling Jerry.
Yes?
Jerry, it's me. You won't believe what I found here.
Try me.
It's about the happenings that led to the murder you told me about. There's an impressive backstory surrounding this place and many loose ends. It would seem nobody ever stumbled upon this.
Shouldn't you be working on your book?
Are you listening to me? James Blackwood was into some very weird stuff, and possibly dangerous. Something tells me this case is much more complex than it was thought to be.
Why don't you inform the authorities? I'm sure they'll be dying to reopen a long-forgotten case about some crazy old psycho killing his wife.
No way. And miss all the fun? I'm doing this on my own. I wonder if those noises I heard have anything to do with this. Maybe James Blackwood is trying to hide something.
Like in that book, where an old man was guarding the entrance to hell. I bet this James Blackwood person had a doorway like that in his basement. Those dreadful noises must be the sounds of the damned coming for you.
Why, thanks, mate. That's been very helpful. Great to have friends like you.
Then stop talking about all this nonsense. Do you have any idea how crazy it sounds? You're a writer, not some fancy PI.
I'll get to the bottom of this. I know I will. I'm certain there's much more to James Blackwood than a simple act of murder.
Now you're sounding more morbid than usual. Simple act of murder? Oh goody. Just somebody died, nothing to worry about. This isn't like you, Michael. This whole thing is really affecting you.
Stop being a drama queen. I'm a grown-up and I'm pretty aware of what I'm doing.
Fine, go chase around the ghosts of James Blackwood. I'll stay here in the real world.
I'll let you know about my progress.
Call Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Aww. Would have been very polite. He won't mess with Barbara. Alright, let me look at, dial another number. Let me look at my notes here. The picture. Sorry about the long dial tone. Alright, so 0, 1, 9, 1, 2, 9, 4, 1, 4, 4, I think. Nice. We did need it. Why did he hang up? What was up with that? That's weird. Guess it didn't work. I put it in just like I saw it. I think that was the only number. Unless I'm not looking at it right. Let me try one more time. 0, 1, 9, 1, 2. I don't know, I can't really do a space. 9, 4, 1, 4, 4. Maybe I just can't use it yet. Let's see what he says in his diary. Okay, just read a few words from my new book, What's Worse. I realized that all the time while I was working I was thinking about the Blackwood mystery. There's no point to it, I can't write. I guess that deep inside myself I knew the reason why, but I had to make sure. Blackwood's son died a long time ago, which is probably the reason why the room was bricked up and left abandoned. The thing that is not clear is whether the child was born dead or died shortly after delivery. I guess I'm done for today. The many adventures I have had left me very tired, so I'll be heading back to bed earlier today. I have a premonition, though. I think that tomorrow will be the day I make a great progress resolving the Blackwood mystery. I just know it. So, That's our cue to go to the bedroom and go to sleep. Then it'll quit raining, and then maybe the letter will be sent to us. It was in Italian, and then maybe the electrician will come and fix the power. I laid down on the bed. Something didn't feel right. Stone in the fireplace was cold to the touch. Use the hammer. That was pointless. Stethoscope. I couldn't hear anything out of the ordinary. Remnants of fire. It's such a low to the ground bed. It's a low rider bed. You make a quick save. So, I mean, I don't know, you just kind of wander around in these segments. Like, is the mask in there right now? Oops. Nope. He's gone. Okay. We already read all this. Okay. I don't know why the music just stopped. That's creepy. I don't think it was supposed to. Okay, the mask is out for a midnight stroll. Once again, I was awakened during a bizarre dream by those scratching noises. I had to find out their source. Well, it must be a very large rat. Yeah, I'm curious. Is the mask back in the room now? I didn't mean to click there. Hey buddy, back in here. There he is. Okay, good. He's back where he should be. Downstairs, I think. Check the other fireplaces, I guess. That's the bathroom. No, that's the kitchen. We'll check there in a bit, because that's where the basement is. Not that I want to go down there, but... doesn't want to go outside. Press a fireplace. I had to find out where there's source. I can hear it pretty good here. That was pointless. Let's check the other side. Oddly enough, I couldn't hear anything in that fireplace. Okay. Well, the only other... Let's try to go outside the house, if it'll let us. The only other place to look would be the actual basement. I wonder if he'll let us go outside. I didn't want to leave the house at this time. It was already chilly enough inside. Does she have a coat? It's 12 a.m. Well, okay, so we're gonna go to the basement. Okay. The music like faded in and then faded out. That's weird. The room was too dark to see anything. The lamp wasn't lit. There we go. Drain cover in the concrete. Yeah, I don't have anything new yet. I can try using this. It didn't need to be oiled. Yeah, I need like a crowbar or something. I couldn't hear anything out of the ordinary. Oh man, he crawled in here. Crazy dude. Oh man. Somebody's in there. Yeah, time to go. Yeah, how do you get out? Okay, he turned around. Yeah, get out of there, buddy. Get out before you get locked in here. Now run up the stairs. And we're never coming down here again. My heart pounding, I barely gathered the strength to leave the basement. The last drop of oil inside the lamp had been consumed. Yeah, see you later. I was too confused to think straight and decide, almost against my will, I returned to bed. No. We all know what we need to do in moments like this. Jerry, save me. I had no one to call. But Jerry, I'm scared. Now, let's hurry off to bed. I'd be running out of the house, screaming like a Bugs Bunny. I went back to bed. Monday, October 14th. My third and final day inside the Blackwood Manor began with an odd feeling of expectation. Still shaken about the occurrences of last night, I managed to pull myself together and focus on finding out what really happened inside this place. Oh man. Alright, now the rain's stopped. Alright everybody, we're going to stop the video here. That was an exciting video. Alright, we'll see you in the next part. Bye.